Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be going right back to basics and we're going to be running through how to install and set up a WordPress website, even if you're a total beginner. I'll be covering a few different options, so whether you're looking to do it the good old-fashioned way, which is generally how I do it, maybe prefer to do it straight from within your hosting, or if you're just looking to play around with WordPress, test it out, I'll cover how you can do this without any hosting, straight onto your computer, hassle-free. Let's get started. Hey, I'm Dan Davies and I've been developing WordPress websites now for over 13 years and I'm looking to share everything that I've learned so that you can level up your skills. If you're new to the channel,
What's up?
And you're looking for real-life WordPress tips and tricks, then make sure you subscribe and hit the notification icon. And if you see value in the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Okay, so what is WordPress? WordPress is a content management system that allows users to manage and create websites without necessarily needing extensive coding knowledge. With WordPress, users can create blogs, portfolio websites, e-commerce, and more. WordPress offers a variety of themes and plugins that can easily be installed to customize the appearance and the functionality of a website. If you wanted to create a custom appearance or a custom functionality, you can even develop your own theme or plugin. WordPress is super user-friendly and easy to navigate, making it accessible for beginners and experienced users alike. Overall, WordPress is a versatile platform and it can be used to create any type of website, and I think it's awesome. Okay, so in this video, I'll be covering off 3 ways how you can install WordPress. 1, we'll install it the manual way. 2, we'll be installing it straight from within our hosting account. And 3, we'll be installing it locally. Now, so in order to install WordPress manually, the first thing we need to do is we need to head over to wordpress.org. Now, it's really important that you don't go to wordpress.com because that's a totally different platform. So you need to head over to wordpress.org. And once you're on the WordPress.org website, it'll look something like this. And the first thing you need to do is click Get WordPress. So at the time of this recording, the current version, as you can see, is 6.1.1. So make sure that you click this button, whatever version it says at the time, to download the latest version. And then we can save that on our desktop. And as you can see here, it's downloading and we've got WordPress 6.1.1. So now that you've got WordPress downloaded, you've got the zip file, we just need to double click it to extract the files. And as you can see now, we've got a WordPress directory. And if we go into it and have a look, we can see here that these are all the files that make up your WordPress installation. So what we need to do if we're going to do this manually is we need to upload these files to your hosting. And there's 2 ways we can do that. We can do it with FTP or we can do it with inside your cPanel. If you know what this is, you can use your FTP client to just transfer files from your computer to the hosting. So the first thing you need to do is you need to get your FTP details and you'd get these from your hosting. Now, if you are unable to get these, then you might be better for you to wait just a few moments and we'll do it through cPanel. But for this example, we're going to do it through cPanel. So we're going to put our FTP details in and we're going to click Connect. So what we need to do is we need to head to the public HTML folder. Now, this is the folder where our files need to be sat. So what we need to do is we need to navigate on our computer to where our WordPress download files are. And we just need to select all of these files and we need to drag them into the public HTML folder on the server. And during this point, the files are now uploading to the server. Now, the alternative way of uploading your files to your hosting is to go to cPanel and you can go to File Manager. When you go to File Manager, similar to an FTP, you can then go to your public HTML folder. And then what we need to do is we need to upload the WordPress files. And you can do that by clicking on Upload, select Files. So navigate to your WordPress installation and upload the zip file. And you can click Open. And as you can see, pretty quickly, it'll upload the zip file. And then we can go back to our public HTML directory. And now what you'll see is inside public HTML, you've got the WordPress zip file. So we can right click this and we can extract. And we can extract this inside the public HTML folder. So extract files and just wait a moment for it to do that. And what you'll see now, you've got this extracted WordPress folder there. Now, if we go into the WordPress folder, we can then select all and move these files because we need them to be in the public HTML folder. So if we remove this WordPress, so we just see /public HTML and we move files. And if we click on public HTML on the left hand side, now we'll see our WordPress installation inside the public HTML folder. But we've still got this empty WordPress folder. So we can move up one level, and we can remove this, so we can delete. So now we can go ahead and begin the installation of our files. Okay, so now that the files have uploaded, the next thing we can do now is to navigate to our web. So we can go here, and on this one, I've gone to my website. And as you can see, we've now been presented with the WordPress installer. So you can set this up as you wish to your preferences. So for me, I'm going to pick English UK. And then the first screen we get is welcome to WordPress. Before getting started, you'll need to know the following items. So we need our database name, database username, database password, database host, and our table prefix. Now, we haven't set this up yet, so we need to head back to our cPanel so we can create our database. And in cPanel, you can just head to this item here, MySQL databases. So to create a database, we can call this whatever we want. So I'll just call it web for now. So we create database, go back. Now the next step is we need to create a user. So I'll call this Dan. And then the next thing you do is generate a password. And this will give you a password. Now you need to make sure that you copy this and you keep it somewhere safe because we're going to need it in a moment. So you confirm that I've copied the password to a safe place. Use password, and then create user. Now the final step is we need to grant that user the privileges to access that database. So add user to database. So we've got my website _Dan, my website _web, and we just click add. And then we click all privileges, make changes. And that's it. So we've now assigned the user to the database. We can go back. Now, when we head back to the website, we've now got this information, so we can click let's go. And the database name we said was my website web, database username, my website Dan. Now the password that we said to remember, we know what that is. And then you can leave the database host as localhost, and the table prefix for now can be left as WP _. And then we click submit. If you get this screen, that means WordPress has accepted your database details. Otherwise, you will receive a warning. Now you click Run Installation. And at this point, we can give our site a name. So for this example, I'll call it My Website. You can create a username, and it'll suggest a password. So we want to keep this password to log into WordPress. So again, keep these pieces of information safe. And then your email. And the next question is, do you want to discourage search engines from indexing this website? So making sure it doesn't appear in search engines. Now, when I'm developing a website, I generally tick this because we're in development. We're not ready to go live yet. But then when we are ready to go live, there'll be an option in the admin so that we can uncheck this and then submit it to Google for indexing. So let's click Install WordPress and we're done. Success. Now we can go to Login and we can enter our username that we created and the password. Log in, and we've got WordPress set up and install on our domain. So an easier way for you to install WordPress would be just to log into your cPanel, and if you scroll down to where you see domains, you'll see WP Toolkit. Now if you click this, and you'll see that you've got no installations of WordPress at the moment. Now if you click Install WordPress, you'll see that cPanel does all the hard work for you. It's already created your URL because we know that. We can customize the website title, so you can pick specific plugin and theme sets, but for this we'll leave it as none. We've picked our language, so I want to change this to English United Kingdom. We've picked our current WordPress version, and it's given us a username and password, so we can obviously dictate these. We want to view this, we want to keep a copy of this password, and we want to set our username. Now the database has already been created, so we don't need to do anything there, and we can decide whether we want automatic updates or not. And if we click install, cPanel will do the whole process of the first step that we've just done for us. Now if I just move this out of the way, we can now see the WordPress is being installed. So we'll just give that a bit of time while it installs. And there we go. We can see WordPress has now been installed. So we can just click no thanks. Move that back. Now, if we navigate to the website and we load the page, we'll see that we've got a WordPress website. And if we want to log into this website, we can do /WP admin. Now, we don't have an SSL certificate yet, so that's why we're getting this warning, but that's fine. And then we can type in our username and our password that we created in cPanel, log in, and we're in. So we've now got WordPress set up. And you can see that was done with a matter of a few clicks, as opposed to the more complicated manual way, which involved uploading files, creating databases, and pairing the two together. Now, the third option that we mentioned at the start of the video that I'd be looking to show you how to set up, and that would be by using local by Flywheel. So if you navigate to localwp.com, and we can see here, we can download local, we can pick our platform. So for me, it's a Mac. Enter some basic information. Get it now. This will download on our machine and save it on our desktop. Once this is finished downloading, you can click on it to open it. And then we need to install the application. So we put it in our applications folder and just wait a few minutes for it to install. We can close this. Then we just need to open local from our applications folder. And once it's open, you'll see something like this. And all you need to do to set up WordPress on your local computer is click add a local site, create a new site, continue, and then we can enter a domain. So mywebsite.com. You can put whatever you want in here. There are some advanced options, but I'm not going to cover that in this video. I will leave a link to a more detailed video at the end of this video. And then just click continue. You can choose a custom environment, but for this example, we'll just show preferred so we can get something up and running to show you. Again, pick a username, a password, add site. And as you can see, local is creating a version of WordPress for us that we can use. And it'll ask us to give it privileges to work on our machine. Once the installation is complete, you'll see the website that you've created on the left-hand side with a little green symbol to indicate that it's running. And if we click Open Site, again, an SSL issue, which is not important at this point, continue to site, and we've got a WordPress website ready to go. And again, we can go to WP admin, log in, and we can play around with this website. It's not on the internet, it's just running on your computer. So that's it. Now that you've got your WordPress website up and running, it's time to start creating some content. Now this can include blog posts, pages, add in media such as images and videos. WordPress is such a user-friendly interface, you'll find it really easy to create and manage your content. So I'm not going to run through in this video how to use WordPress. We'll do that on another video. So yeah, so check out my channel, look for the other WordPress videos that I've created, and make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because next week's video we'll be running through how to use WordPress for a beginner. So that's it. So you're well on your way to starting to becoming a WordPress whiz. You got your first website. Thanks for watching. Happy building. And if you found value in this video, make sure you subscribe and hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one.